Hey everybody, today we're talking about what's going on with the real estate market in the greater Tampa Bay area. We're going to be talking about what's going on with the numbers, what happened in the month of September, my predictions for the future, and some of the top sales. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, my name is Dennis Henderson. I'm a licensed real estate agent based out of the greater Tampa Bay area with the Team Henderson group at eXp Realty. If you'd like to learn more about us, check out our information in the description below. Now let's jump into it. If you checked out some of my previous market updates, you will have seen that the market's starting to slow down a little bit. It's turning into a better buyer's market. Well, let's take a look at the numbers and see what actually happened in September. So I wanted to start this video off by talking about the active listings because as with economics, the rule of supply versus demand, as demand goes up, supply goes down, and the inverse as well. So if we start by taking a look at the active listings here, I can show you this is a 3-year trend of what's happened since 2020 all the way up until what happened last month, September 2022. We can see that since 2020, the inventory has decreased for the most part all the way up until around the February, March timeframe of this year. And then since March going into April all the way up to July, the increase in inventory has been pretty significant. Well, if we take a look at September, overall, the inventory has started to slow down a little bit. It's still up to where it was, so it's not like last year, but we're starting to see more buyers enter the market. And a lot of those buyers in this case are more traditional buyers because as I looked at the numbers, homes are actually starting to sit longer, and we're going to take a look at that. So that means your traditional buyers are getting better deals so long as the interest rate continues to stay where it's at. So next, I want to hop over to the average sales price. And as we look at this, we can see a trend since January 2020 that the average sales price, if we look in Pinellas, which is this blue line, the Hillsborough County, which is the orange line, and Pasco County, which is this gray line, we can see that the average price of the home has continued to increase for the most part, month over month, all the way up until around May of this year. But as we look since May, and even including September, the average price for a home in Pinellas County came in at $529,000. Hillsborough County came in at $532,000. And Pasco came in right about $416,000. So if we look at the trend lines, just covering what's happened over the last couple months, we see that prices have gone down. The only one that's gone up slightly, but it's a bit skewed, is Hillsborough County, which last month or the month of August was $525,000 versus $532,000. The main reason for this is there was 2 major sales in Hillsborough County on Davis Island, which we'll cover in a little bit. There was one that sold for $15 million and one that sold for just over $12 million. So that offset the numbers just slightly. The average was actually a little bit less. So again, the average price of homes have continued to drop for the month of August, kind of like I talked about in my last market update. That's what I figured would happen. So we're going to talk more about what I predict over the next coming months, but let's jump into the median days on market. So as we look at this, again, showing a 3-year trend, what we can see is since January of 2020, for the most part, the days on market, as we've talked about in some of the previous updates, have continued to sell quicker and quicker, all the way up again until that April-May timeframe. So there was a big shift around that time to where a lot of institutional investors stopped buying homes. So BlackRock, Zillow, Open Door, a lot of your iBuyers have got out of the market, and more traditional buyers are starting to enter the market. And we can even see that from the trends. If we look at September, in Pinellas County, 15 days on market is the average before a property gets in contract. We had 15 days for Hillsborough County and 11 for Pasco, which is slightly more in most counties with the exceptions of Pasco County. Because again, Pasco County is one of the most affordable places to live in all of the Tampa Bay area. There's a lot of people still looking for that affordability since it's been so expensive to purchase. And finally, I want to take a look at the sales volume overall for the last 3 years since January 2020. And like I've talked about in several of my other videos, I wanted to give a good depiction of what the cyclical nature of the real estate market is. You can see Historically, in January and February have been the slowest sales months, picking up through the holiday season. And that shows true even into this year. But as we look over the last 3-4 months, it's dropped significantly in sales price. Now, with Hurricane Irma just having gone through, my thoughts and prayers go out to all the families that are south of the Tampa Bay area that got directly hit. I know Fort Myers, I've seen a lot of pictures, and the hurricane was just absolutely destructive. The eye of the storm was over 30 miles wide, one of the largest on record that's ever hit the Gulf Coast. But that has had an impact because the buyers and sellers have slowed down the last week and a half of the month of September. So the sales volume has decreased significantly on top of the average price of home going down as well. So what typically happens when a storm comes through in Florida is you have something called a insurance policy that needs to bind. So if a tropical storm starts hitting or it gets named, a lot of insurance providers actually won't bind insurance policies, which means the lender won't lend on the property. So a lot of the downward trends that you're seeing in the month of September for sales volume was actually affected by the hurricane because a lot of the closings had to get pushed off into the month of October. Next, I want to move on to the most expensive home that sold in the greater Tampa Bay area. This home sold in Davis Island, which I've covered a lot on this channel. It's one of the most expensive areas to purchase homes. This property actually wasn't a new build, which most of the ones that I cover are new builds. But this one, as we can see, it was built in 2015. This was a 5-bedroom, 4 1/2 bathroom. It had 8 garage spaces, mostly because when property is built right on the water, the first level has to not be a livable space. So this one's actually a 2-story, but the 2 stories are built above the garage, which sort of makes it a 3-story building. So this one was over 7,000 square feet. As you can see, it's right on the water. It's got a boat lift, multiple boat docks, some great views overlooking the water, great patio, entertaining area, large vaulted ceilings, open spaces, everything that you would expect from this modern style of a home overlooking the water right here in Tampa Bay. Let's talk about the predictions for the coming months throughout the rest of the year. As you can see, the supply has started slowing down a little bit, but it's still significantly more than in the past. I predict over the coming months that the prices are going to continue to decrease slightly because that's the way that we've been trending. And then November and December are going to be, again, some of the best months to sell if you're looking to sell. Right now, if you're looking to buy, interest rates are still low. Although a lot of the lenders that I've been talking to, the interest rates are still continuing to climb. And I don't necessarily see that slowing down throughout the rest of the year. In fact, I've already seen it's gone up 3/4 of a point just recently. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, it really just depends on your situation. If you've been sitting on the sidelines wanting to make a purchase until property started slowing down, well, you can see it is slowing down. The thing that you have to balance that with is interest rates. So if you are in the market to buy, home prices have started to decrease, but interest rates are still going up, which means that your monthly payment is actually going to go up the longer that you wait. So if you're looking to buy, there's a window right now where it would be a good time to buy. If you are looking to sell, prices, again, are continuing to decrease. And I see that trend continuing through around November when the prices start going back up. Where interest rates are going to be around the November, December timeframe, nobody can say exactly, but it is continuing to trend upwards. So if you're looking to sell, that November, December timeframe is probably going to net you the most money in the 2022 timeframe. So hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you'd like to see some more information on this channel. See you on the next one.